Hello, this is Ashi from Crafting with Ashi. This is the card we're going to make today. This really simple and fun thank you card using up your scraps. So let me show you how I did it. So we're going to do some stamping first. I'm going to be using one of my favourite stamp sets, this one that says "That's all night thanks." We're going to be using here, it says thank you. And I've got everything set up in my Stamper Artist, and we're going to be using some Just Jade ink. So this is a lovely green. Really nice and vibrant and bright. Okay, sorry. Close that up. Down onto my piece of Whisper White, and I don't know how much it measures, but I'll tell you in a second. Give it a good press. And there we go. Thank you. Okay, and I'm just going to give my stamp a little clean using the simple chamois. Okay, put that away and put that aside. Okay, now let me just have a look and see how much this measures. Okay, so this measures 11 centimeters by 2.5 centimeters, and I've got a piece of Just Jade here, and this measures 11.5 centimeters by 3 centimeters. Okay, I'm just going to stick one to the other with some snail. So let me find my snail. Where has it gone? Found it. So we're just going to stick one to the other. Hopefully in the center. Like that. Set that aside, and I'm going to bring in my silicone mat. This is going to make everything much easier, and we are going to start assembling. And I've got here a piece of Whisper White that measures 10 centimeters by 14.35 centimeters, and I've got a whole load of scraps that I've cut on the diagonal from the flowers for every season. And we're basically just going to initially just put them down and see how we want things to go. And we're also going to cut our piece of Whisper White down from the current size it is. But I wanted to be able to I want to have it across the whole card. And this is 6 by 6, and on a diagonal doesn't always work out. So let's see how we're going to place things. Okay, and we're just going to leave a little gap between each strip, a little piece of white between every strip. Okay, so let's cut off the excess. So you can see here we've got quite a bit of excess on the side. Just use a nice big scissors. This is where my scissors get covered in. Just going to check this is properly adhered down. So as I said, my scissors get covered in glue and bits. Okay, let's get rid of all of that before it causes a problem. Okay. Ugh, it's all sticking to me. Okay. Ugh. Hey, Eesh. Let's get rid of all of that gunk and bring in a trimmer. And as I said, we're just going to cut down the panel. So the panel measures now 14.35 centimeters by 10 centimeters, and we're just going to cut it down to 13.85 centimeters. That's like that, and then to 9.5 centimeters along here. Okay, so get rid of those, and that leaves us with a properly stuck down panel with nothing overhanging and no funny edges. Okay, and then back to my trusted snail. I had to say that, didn't I? Back to my trusted snail as the refill goes. I don't have another one. Well, I do have another refill. Let me show you how I do the refills. It's a good learning experience. So that just goes. Goodbye. Toodaloo. I don't like the fact, initially I couldn't understand how these work because I didn't like chucking away all this extra plastic, but unfortunately that is the way snail is made, so I've had no choice. And then you just take your refill and you go and click it into position like this. Now, as I've said many times, snail is retired, but and we do have something else called Stampin' Seal, which is coming in my order and should be here on Tuesday. And when I get it, I'll show you it and see what you can tell me what you think of it. I do have quite a few snail refills, and I do actually plan to try and use them up rather than just waste them. So I should have said the card base here is just jade. That's an A6, that's a standard A6 card base. That's an A4 sheet cut in half and then folded in half. And I can see here I've got a piece of my designer series paper that I didn't stick down very well. So I'm just going to remedy that with a little bit of Tombow. Just like that. There we go. Let me just, it's always good to clean the top of your Tombow before you put it back to try and stop it gunking up. Okay, so now we're going to stick down our sentiment with some dimensionals. Those are the mini dimensionals, where my big ones, and I'm just going to use some edges because I'm really not in the mood to have to take off too many backings today. I like edges, some people don't. I love them because it means I don't have to take off so many backings of my dimensionals. So I think they're fabulous. So if you don't want to use your edges, you can send them to me because I love them. These are also great, as I said, if you don't want to use hard foam strips, these are great for shaker cards as well. Okay, and now as you can see, it is so much easier just to take off one long backing than a whole load of small ones. So now we can plonk this down, hopefully the right way up, in the middle of our card. Just like that. And then finishing touches, I have some of the in colour enamel dots, and I'm going to, oh well, it's come off my finger, put one there and another one there. Okay, clear the decks. There are the two cards. I hope you liked them. If you did, I'd be grateful if you could give it a thumbs up so YouTube know, and don't forget to subscribe to future videos. If you want more information, supply list, links to my online shop, etc., it'll be on the blog post on my website, and the links to that, all my social media links, are in the description box below. So thank you once again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye!